I know most people love a Sunday reset, but I don't believe in a Sunday reset because I want to enjoy my home on the weekends. I don't want to spend it doing anything. So instead, I actually tend to clean on Friday nights. And that way on Sunday, I can sit back, I can enjoy my apéro. I can just enjoy my apéro in my gorgeous vintage champagne coupe. And I pop on my record player and put in an album. Right now it's Easter Parade. And I just enjoy my home. And I think that that is the best way to spend a Sunday evening. Not with the Sunday scaries, not all stressed out, not trying to clean everything, not trying to reset. Calm. Who's with me? Sunday calm. Cuckoo! So I wanted to quickly show you some very cute souvenirs that I think you would love to like bring back with you after you come from a trip to Paris. You can buy them at Merci de. I've never seen them at the first Merci. Merci is a concept store, which is based here in Paris. Their original location is close to Bastille, so maybe it's in like, I don't know, I think Bastille is like the 11th, maybe the 10th. So it's over there. But then they have a second location, which I just happened upon, and that is close to Opera and Palais Royal. So it's in the 7th, I would say. And this is where I found these two cute little gifts. Starting with this one first, and then we have this one. It's a baguette. Is that a baguette? It's a baguette, but it's not any ordinary baguette. It's a baguette candle. Yay! Isn't that so cute? Isn't that just the cutest little gift? Now, I'm sure you're wondering, does it smell? No. At least not to me, and I have a really, really sensitive nose. But this is the baguette, and it looks so authentic, you all. I love it. Like, look how cute that is. Okay, and then I think now you can guess what's in the butter. So, let's open it up. Let's open it up. And so you know the price of each of these was 22 euros. Let's open our little butter up. I can't wait to put this at on a table for like a brunch. And boop. This is my butter. So, now the butter candle does actually smell like something. The butter candle smells like lemon. The croissant doesn't smell like anything but butter. The butter smells like lemon. So these are the candles. These I think would be really cute gifts to bring back to somebody who, you know, loves Paris, bring it back for your friends, anything like that, coworkers. And just so you know, they just come in lots of different, you know, shapes. They also have a coffee one, which I thought was super cute. They had like an espresso cup one. They had, you know, eggs, fruits, and some veggies. So all of these things that you would frankly see on a French breakfast table, they had them in a lot of those shapes. And I just thought that was super, super cool. And so that's why I just thought these were really cute little gifts. I think they're gonna be fun for me to have. I'm gonna organize a jazz brunch pretty soon with my friends. And so I'm gonna put these on the table as part of like creating our mood. So yeah. So last month I was doing during my kind of morning prayer time, I was kind of confronted with the concept of showing kindness to people who haven't necessarily been kind to you. So whether that be someone at work, maybe that's, you know, a former friend, whatever, just, I was really kind of struck by this concept. And it really hit me, and it really sat in me for a while, and I thought about it a lot. So, of course, you know, I very quickly get an opportunity to put this into practice, because somebody that had hurt me like 4 months before reached out to me because they needed me to do something for them. Now, my initial and immediate reaction, you know how you have like the little angel that sits here and the little devil that sits here? You know, my immediate reaction is like, this little side is like, Adriel, show kindness to people who have hurt you. This side was like, no, go to war, woman, go to war. And that side initially won out, okay? That side, when this person out, I was kind of like, how dare you, and blah, 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 blah. And he was like, yeah, go for it. And then the next morning, as happens, a new day comes. And I woke up, and this side was like, you feel better about yesterday? No, go do it. Show kindness to someone who has hurt you. And so I did it. I did what that person needed me to do. And I'm not kidding you, but 2 weeks later, that person apologized to me for what they did 4 months ago. And I have been thinking about that now nonstop for 2 weeks, because it's been 2 weeks since I've gotten this apology. And it really just kind of left me, you know, discombobulated, because it was an unequivocal apology. Like, I was wrong. I'm sorry I did that to you. Whatever. And as I have thought more and more about this apology, it's really led me to think about, what does it mean to have peace in your life? What does it mean to really live a soft life? Because, you know, if we all think about it, like, our impression of the concept of soft life is very much, you know, these people on, you know, social media wearing, you know, a flowy dress. You know, which I don't know about you, but I don't, you know, or someone going on a trip and them being like, I'm entering my soft life era, or like, I got a raise, or I got this new bag, right? Like, all of these things are soft life, right? And so, but none of that stuff has ever resonated with me, because I knew that, like, that stuff is not what you consider soft life. Like, it never really, you know, got me going. So as I've been mulling over in my head for the past, like, couple of weeks, exactly, you know, the concept of, you know, showing kindness to those who have hurt you, and, you know, it doesn't, you know, the concept of, you know, it's important to forgive, but, you know, you don't necessarily have to forget, which I firmly believe in. It's led me to think that, as the soft life is really about conscious peace, intentional peace. So choosing peace, choosing not to have offense, choosing to be grateful, even when outside circumstances may be chaotic, choosing all of that in lieu of choosing to be angry, to be offended, to hold things inside of me. You know, I already talked about how, you know, my grandfather passed away, you know, right before my birthday. And that was really hard. But one of my grandfather's, like, really great qualities is that he just could get along with everybody. And even when somebody did something that wasn't right, he didn't let that affect his outward joy. He didn't let that affect his inner peace. He was like, okay, they did that, you know, that's on them. And he always just made this intention of just kind of just, you know, keeping moving, keeping living his life in spite of, you know, anything that was happening around him. The soft life isn't filled with things. It's filled with peace and gratitude. And that, to me, is the soft life. When you can wake up every day and be grateful for what you have and where you are, like, that is it. Because there we all go, but not for the grace of God, right? So, I don't know, maybe I don't know. I don't know if I'm making sense right now on kind of what I'm thinking about, because it is just starting to take shape, but I've thought about it a lot lately, and I'm just really focusing on what is the real definition of a soft life. And I believe it's has to do with peace and gratitude. Maybe I'm not making sense. Let me know. Anyway, so I am going to get off now. I'm going to go to bed. But before we end this video, I want to show you this exhibit I went to. It is an Alaia Mugler exhibition that's located at the Alaia Foundation. Now, I hope I get this right, but I believe what has happened in this exhibit is that Alaia designed some clothes as part of a Mugler collection. I believe Alaia designed some like blazers and some dresses, and so this is showing kind of those items of clothing. Also, Mugler helped Alaia at his very first fashion show, which occurred in New York at Bergdorf Goodman, and basically Mugler helped him organize it, and then also provided translation services because Alaia did not speak English. So it's occurring at it's currently in Paris. It's a beautiful exhibition. The clothes are just absolutely beautiful, and as fashion girlies, you know, I want to make sure that I am showing you some of these beautiful clothing and these beautiful pieces. So with that said, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Take care, stay safe, enjoy this exhibition, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!